All right, y'all, today's theme is Rack Pack Wednesday. We're going to do Rack Pack starting from 1986 up to 1990. We're going to do 2 Rack Packs per box, 1 in each video. So this will be 1986 tops. Just picked up this Rack Pack box on Monday. Pretty excited about it. This will be video 1 of 2, Rack Pack 1 of 2. Let's pull our first Rack Pack right here. Now, rookies that we're looking for, didn't really see anybody super spectacular. We've got Darren Dalton coming in at 50 cents, Lenny Dykstra 75 cents, Mickey Tittleton a quarter, Cecil Fielder $1, so not really any money makers in terms of rookies. I did not find any errors where there were corrected cards made for 86 tops. Here is your 100 cards, so these are the cards we're going to be looking for. Got that Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan, $2. That'll be nice. A bunch of guys made the Hall of Fame. And then Sports Illustrated came out with an article I happened to notice a few weeks back of the top 5 1986 Topps cards. So we'll see if we can't get, we're not going to get the 5th one. That's going to be the Don Mattingly box bottom, where the Yankees is in red on top. But the first 4 we'll be looking for. That's pretty cool. We'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look and see what we can find in this first Rack Pack. This is going to be a 48 card Rack Pack with that 1 glossy All-Star card. Not really seeing anybody too spectacular on the front. On the back, and not really seeing anybody too spectacular either. I like these Rack Packs because there's no gum in them, and so therefore you don't get any gum stain. In the wax packs, you typically lose a card to gum staining. In the cello packs, you do as well. And the cello packs can be a little tricky because the gum sits in the middle, and I've noticed that it deforms the cards a bit, gives them a bit of a bend, which kind of sucks. And then there were no jumbo or super jumbo packs for 1986 Topps. They did not come out with jumbo or super jumbo packs until 87, so no glossy rookies. All right, we start out. Let's check these corners. Oh, these corners are looking great. Typically, these Rack Pack cards are oh, they smell great too. Typically, they are in mint condition. They're kept really well. All right, start out with our 1985 All-Star Team glossy card of Lamar Hoyt. Very cool on that. I don't quite remember off the top of my head if there's a single asterisk or double asterisk variation, but we'll take that. This is really going to boost up our 86 Topps making complete sets, building complete sets. Gary LaValle, Tom Nito. Boy, we're just all over the place. Fred Lynn, there's a classic player right there for the Orioles. Nice long career. Tom Waddell, Bobby Meacham, Rafael Santana, Bob McClure, Steve Sachs, Rob Wilfong. Man, these are just great cards, great design. Spike Owens. Too bad there isn't any really spectacular rookies in it. Herm Winningham, Larry Sorensen, Reggie Jackson. Nice, we'll take that card. Nice long career for him. Don Carmen, Gary Pettis, Lee Mazzilli, Gene Garber, the Toronto Blue Jays leaders. And the nice thing about the 86 Topps is I believe it tells you who that is on the back. So So that's going to be up depicted on front. So that's Jim Clancy. He was known as Dean of the Blue Jays. Very cool on that. There's the Detroit Tigers leaders. And that guy's name's on the tip of my tongue. Yep, Lance Parrish, known as the Dean of the Tigers. Or I wonder if that was just a Topps thing. Very cool on that. Got Mike Fitzgerald. Oh, nice. Picked up the first checklist. Cards 1 through 132. Loving that. Got Jerry Mumphrey. Oh, nice. We picked up one of the Pete Rose cards. 1971, 72, 73, and 74. We'll definitely take that. The Pete Rose years. Got the Chicago White Sox leaders. Featuring Richard Dotson. Says Dean of the White Sox. Got Dan Gladden. Steve Yeager. Mike Davis. Nice. Manager Tony La Russa for the Chicago White Sox. Used to him being with the Oakland Athletics. Very cool on that. Got Jamie Kokenauer. The Minnesota Twins leaders. Got a lot of leaders cards. With Mickey Hatcher on the front. Dean of the Twins. Picked up the St. Louis Cardinals leaders. With Bob Forsch. Dean of the Cardinals. Very cool. There's Davey Lopes. Razor Shines. That's an interesting name. Brian Dayette. Not used to these cards being upside down. Storm Davis. Interesting with the Orioles. Used to him being with Oakland. Speaking of Oakland, Bill Kruger. Picked up a Yankee. Willie Randolph. Larry Anderson, Sid Bream, Rick Shue, Tom Lawless. There's Jorge Bell. I think he would later be, his first name would be spelled the typical George Bell. There's Mike LaCosse, Don Schultz. Ooh, Vida Blue. There's a classic player. Very nice. Yeah, nice long career for him. We'll put Vida up there. Got Rick Honeycutt for the Dodgers. Used to him being with Oakland as well. Kurt Wardle. Floyd Bannister. And finally, Bill Scherer. Man, that was a lot of fun. Those are some great cards. I'm real excited about building some complete sets with these 86 Topps. Cards that we picked up of note: manager Tony La Russa, phenomenal manager. Picked up this classic, Reggie Jackson. That's awesome. Love getting that Reggie card. Picked up Vida Blue, another classic pitcher. Picked up the Pete Rose years from 71 to 74. Those are going to be his Topps cards. And our glossy all-star card goes to Lamar Hoyt. Very nice. All right, folks, there you have it. The very first rack pack from our 1986 Topps rack pack box. That's going to be pack 1 of 2, and this is video 1 of 2. Stay tuned for the second video. Thanks for watching and stay safe.